One scored 7 tries in a single test. Another's barely out of their teens. But both might decide who lifts the 2025 World Cup trophy. This isn't just another tournament preview, it's a spotlight on the women who could define World Cup 2025. From record breakers to rising stars, Olympic medalists to late bloomers, this tournament is stacked with talent. But in every Rugby World Cup, a few players don't just show up, they take over. Whether you're here to track the top try scorers, find your new favourite player, or just want to know who to watch every time the camera cuts wide, this is your guide. Portia Woodman-Wickliffe, New Zealand. Portia Woodman-Wickliffe, one of the most devastating finishers in modern women's rugby, is back for her 3rd Women's Rugby World Cup, and she's doing it in style. The 33-year-old came out of retirement in April after the 2024 Paris Olympic Sevens and immediately stamped her mark on the 15s game. In May, she scored 7 tries in a single Pacific 4 Series match against the USA, becoming New Zealand's all-time leading try scorer in just 26 tests with 45 tries, topping Vanessa Coote's previous record. Woodman's try-scoring prowess isn't new. At the 2017 World Cup, she shattered records with 13 tries, including 8 in one match against Hong Kong. She also has a glittering sevens resume: silver at Rio 2016, golds at Tokyo 2020, and Paris 2024. The first woman to reach 200 and then 250 tries in the World Sevens Series. Now she adds to that resume with 2 World Cup titles, 2017, 2021, and 2 World Player of the Year wins, 2017 and 2020. With pace, power, and real game-breaking vision, Portia remains a legitimate one-woman scoring machine. Watching her in action is watching rugby theatre at its finest. Ellie Kildunne, England. If England's quest for silverware at home rests on a spark, that spark is Ellie Kildunne. Named World Rugby Women's 15s Player of the Year in 2024, the Yorkshire fullback and centre brings electric footwork, ingenuity, and fearlessness every time she touches the ball. As of mid-2025, she has 48 caps and over 120 points for England in 15s, plus a distinguished sevens background, including representing Great Britain at the Paris Olympics. Her Six Nations stats tell the same story. In 2025 alone, she scored 4 tries, broke 6 lines, carried 47 times for 353 metres in just 4 games. Ranks among the top attacking backs. Since her debut in 2017 against Canada, where she scored on the bench, she's grown into one of the most feared finishers in the sport. At this home World Cup, with 55 wins in their last 56 tests, England rely on Kildunne's flair to unlock defences and to bring the roar of Twickenham to life when the moment demands it. Sophie de Goede, Canada. At just 26, Sophie de Goede is the physical and emotional engine of Canada's elite squad. A versatile number 8, capable across the back 5, lock flanker, and number 8. She's earned 32 caps and tallied 5 points in 15s as of mid-2025. She captained Canada during the delayed 2021 World Cup and was a standout in the World Rugby Dream Team of 2022, even earning a Player of the Year shortlist spot that same season. What makes de Goede especially compelling is her resilience. After suffering a torn ACL in mid-2024 that knocked her out of Olympic contention, she returned to action ahead of the World Cup, coming off the bench in a June warm-up in South Africa and then starring in a 47-26 thumping of Ireland, scoring a try and slotting 6 conversions for 12 individual points. Born into rugby royalty, both her parents captained Canada, de Goede blends natural pedigree with elite performance. Expect her leadership, breakdown physicality, and tactical versatility to anchor Canada's push for a first-ever Women's World Cup title. Marley Packer, England. Marley Packer is the embodiment of grit and tenacity. At age 35, she brings over 110 caps and is England's most capped forward, a testament to her longevity and dominance at open-side flanker. She celebrated her 100th cap, complete with a try, during a dominant Women's Six Nations rout of Scotland, her 50th international try, marking her as one of England's top try-scoring forwards. A 2014 World Cup winner, Packer has collected 4 Six Nations Grand Slam titles, the inaugural WXV Championship, and captained the Red Roses, earning World Rugby Women's 15s Player of the Year in 2023. Despite relinquishing the captaincy ahead of the Six Nations, she remains a core leader and vice-captain, providing emotional and tactical ballast to John Mitchell's squad. Even amid selection scrutiny, she stayed ready, scoring in warm-ups, absorbing a red card suspension, then returning to perform with usual ferocity. Packer's explosive breakdown turnovers, leadership threads, and never-back-down attitude make her an essential pillar in England's pursuit of World Cup glory at home. Georgia Miller, New Zealand. Georgia Miller is a sensational new face on the Women's Rugby World Cup Cup stage. Aged just 21, she's already an Olympic gold medalist, Paris 2024, and World Rugby Women's Sevens Player of the Year, plus the recipient of New Zealand's prestigious Kelvin R. Tremaine Memorial Player of the Year award. Despite being relatively new to 15s, with just 2 test caps entering the tournament, Miller has already made her mark. In a test against Australia, she grabbed a line dropout and rattled through half a dozen defenders to score a stunning debut try. A 4-year Sevens contract in 2023 made her the longest contracted New Zealand women's rugby player at the time. Miller's electric pace, Sevens finesse, and hunger to do things that no one's ever done, male or female, make her arguably the tournament's most thrilling wildcard. Her breakout visibility, Sevens gained agility, and open field intelligence could flip defensive patterns when the Black Ferns need spark amid the pressure cooker of test-level competition. Alex Tessier, Canada. Canada's new captain, Alex Tessier, represents composure personified at 10 or 12. A 2024 World Rugby Player of the Year nominee and Dream Team selection, Tessier took the helm when Sophie Decoded was sidelined, guiding Canada with strategic kicking, sharp distribution, and quiet leadership. Canada's backline cohesion rests on her shoulders, managing phases, spotting mismatches, and threading kicks with surgical precision. Her influence was evident in Canada's assault on Ireland. Decoded scored a try and converted 6 tries, but Tessier's game management kept the tempo rolling. Canada enter the World Cup looking to break past 2014's runner-up finish, and Tessier's tactical nous could be the difference maker when games tighten. Expect her calm in chaos to steer Canada toward deeper runs. Lina Queiroy, France. Lina Queiroy is the imaginative spark France have been waiting for. Operating across fly half and inside centre, she blends a vision that dissects defences, crisp distribution, and a kicking game sharp enough to shift momentums. Playing for Les Bleus means executing a style both free-flowing and tactically disciplined, and Queiroy epitomises that balance. Fans know she orchestrates play with flair, drawing defenders then threading precise passes or stepping through tired lines. If France are to break their World Cup semi-final curse, Queiroy's creativity and decision-making in tight quarters will be the propellant. She's both the engine and the accelerator of France's attacking dreams. Babin Parsons, Ireland. At just 23, Babin Parsons is already a generational talent. She debuted as a senior XVs international at only 16 years old, making her the youngest ever for the Irish Rugby Football Union, male or female. Today she boasts 28 caps and 85 international points, a remarkable return for such a young winger. Not limited to 15s, Parsons shines equally in sevens. Since stepping onto the World Rugby Sevens series in 2019, she's amassed over 300 points in more than 100 matches. Her blend of edge-breaking pace, aerial prowess, and sharp finishing make her a dual threat lethal in space. Off the field, she's earned accolades like the 2020 Rugby Writers of Ireland Player of the Year and a nomination for RTA Young Sportsperson of the Year in 2021. In Ireland's World Cup prep match against Canada, she again impressed with powerful runs and electric agility, a tantalising hint of what fans can expect in England. Chloe Rollie, Scotland. Meet Scotland's counter-attacking dynamo. Chloe Rollie, a seasoned veteran with 7 speed and 15 savvy. Making her 15s debut in 2015, she now has 77 caps and has crossed the try line 26 times. Rollie's agility and sharp rugby IQ, unleashed on both 15s and the sevens pitch, make her one of Scotland's most dangerous attacking weapons. Her professional path includes key stints with Exeter Chiefs in the Premier 15s, and her dynamic presence extends to the Commonwealth Games and Dream Team selections for Great Britain in sevens. Known for fierce tackling and game-reading instincts, Rollie gives Scotland a vital edge when transitioning from defence to offence. As the fullback field general, she's central to Scotland's plan for breakthrough success in Pool B, offering quick rebounds, counter-strikes in open play, and composure under pressure. She's not just experienced, she's electrifying. Fancy Bermudez, Canada. Injecting dynamic flair into Canada's backline is Fancy Bermudez, a rising sevens export making waves in 15s. A silver medalist at the 2024 Paris Olympics, her sevens finesse, explosive off-the-mark pace and sharp sidestep translates into immediate impact off the bench or from the wing. While her full 15 stats are still emerging, Bermudez made headlines in WXV and Pacific 4 shutouts with line breaks and electrifying finishes. At 21, she's part of a growing cohort leveling up Canadian depth and creating matchup nightmares for defences. Her youth is accompanied by fearlessness. Expect her to shine when gaps open or when Canada needs a shifting spark, she's a young game changer and one you won't want to glance away from. Aisha Aiga, New Zealand. Aisha Aiga is that statistical threat every coach fears. An efficient finisher with killer instincts. Regularly converting broken plays into tries, she complements Woodman-Wickliffe to form one of the most lethal wing duos ever seen. She has consistently delivered in Super Rugby Aupiki and Test appearances. Adding to New Zealand's fearsome attacking backfield, Letty Aiga's strength lies in her timing and spatial awareness. She creates scoring opportunities with a knack for being in the perfect place at the perfect time. Expect her to turn defenders inside out, especially when the game speeds up and opponents hesitate. With both Woodman-Wickliffe and Letty Aiga on opposite flanks, New Zealand's threat level in open play is sky high. Cecilia Tuipulotu, Wales. Meet Cecilia Tuipulotu, the 21-year-old prop reshaping Wales's absolute fundamentals. With ball carrying and scrummaging levels beyond her years, she blends tight unit strength with explosive forward momentum. Since her first senior appearances, Tuipulotu has become a critical component of Wales's pack, driving gains in close-quarter collisions and anchoring scrums in both Six Nations and warm-up fixtures. Her work rate and durability signal a risk. When she's on, Wales are hard to contain. In Pool D, facing streamlined packs like France and Italy, Wales will lean heavily on her engine and mettle. Tuipulotu isn't just a builder, she's the base of Wales's pack renaissance. Ilona Maher, USA. Ilona Maher brings charisma, power and global attention. Her Olympic Sevens bronze medal in 2024 got her noticed, but it was her social media savvy, 5.2 million Instagram and 3.6 million TikTok followers, that made her a phenomenon dubbed rugby's biggest star. Signed by Bristol Bears in late 2024 to sharpen her 15s game ahead of the World Cup, she's already making her mark. Despite a broken nose in her debut match, her determination and skill have kept her rising in status. Scheduled to make her full World Cup 15s debut in the opening match versus England, her ability to punch through lines, combine power with pace, and rally American fans is unmatched. Her presence alone signifies women's rugby's surge in visibility and cultural relevance. Piper Duck, Australia. At just 23, Piper Duck has already captained the Wallaroos and become one of their most consistent performers in the back row. Appointed skipper in 2023 at just 21, she combines leadership with a relentless work rate, averaging 15+ tackles per game during the WXV and Pacific 4 series. Returning from a shoulder injury in early 2025, Duck impressed immediately in warm-up matches, offering stability in defense and momentum in attack. Her composure, line-out presence and physicality make her essential as Australia look to emerge from a stacked pool. With over 20 caps, Duck is both a rising star and a proven leader, and she'll be central to any Wallaroos' success in England. Babalwa Latsha, South Africa. Babalwa Latsha, South Africa's front-row anchor and most experienced player, is heading to her third World Cup with over 35 caps to her name. She made history in 2020 as the first South African woman to sign a professional rugby contract abroad, and she hasn't slowed down since. A powerful scrummager and ball carrier, Latsha averaged over 30 metres per match during South Africa's 2024 Rugby Africa Cup campaign, where she was named Player of the Tournament. She also captained the Springbok women during the last World Cup. With her leadership and physical dominance, Latsha will be the cornerstone of South Africa's push to reach the knockout stages for the first time. Minori Yamamoto, Japan. Minori Yamamoto is Japan's standout flanker, known for her engine, discipline, and defensive excellence. With over 40 caps, she averaged 20+ tackles per match during the 2024 Pacific 4 series, leading Japan's pack with quiet authority. She's played professionally for Worcester Warriors in England, gaining vital experience against top-tier opposition. At just 1.66 metres, she might be smaller than most loose forwards, but her speed and technique make her a constant threat at the breakdown. If Japan are to upset the odds in Pool B, Yamamoto will be at the heart of it, doing the hard yards with precision and purpose. There you have it, 14 stars across the pool stages who can change games, headlines and hearts. Legends seeking legacy, comeback queens thrilling in return, and teenagers who might just be tomorrow's icons. The narrative arcs are compelling, the clashes inevitable. Who will resonate with you most? Will Portia add another 7-try match to her legend? Will Ellie Kildunne blaze past more records in front of Twickenham? Can Decoded steer Canada to that elusive first cup final? Let me know in the comments who you think will light up England 2025. Want more rugby? This channel is all about breaking down the game. Player profiles, team tactics, rules explained, and the stories behind the sport. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, and join the community that lives and breathes rugby. Enjoy every second of the World Cup because the women of this tournament aren't just playing the game, they're transforming it.